We have all been there, myself included. And what I'm talking about is, you decide to plan a building or a structure. You've laid it out in your head. Maybe for an artist like me, maybe you've even sketched it out at some point, or you've planned it out maybe in creative mode or something to build it in survival. But then the problem becomes you start building it and you feel confident and you get to a point, maybe usually around halfway or just at some point, it starts to feel like a job, like a chore, something you don't want to do. And your mind's just like, I don't want to build this. Can we do something else, please? And it just becomes very annoying to build and keep going and to finish what you start, even though you knew you wanted to build this, but now you're having second thoughts. So how do you fix it? Well, for me, my personal system is that I first start by gathering a lot more than I think I need. And basically over gathering, in a sense, what I'm saying is that when I want to build something, anything, no matter how simple, no matter how maybe big, medium size, whatever size it is, whatever it is going to be, I start by gathering resources. Obviously in creative it's a different ballgame because in creative, well, you have all the things available to you at every single point in time. Everything has been crafted, all your decorations, all of that. In survival, it's a different game because you have to gather the materials, craft the materials, hope you have enough resources to craft and then to get more materials. It's a lot of management, micromanagement in a sense for your building. So for me, I tend to just gather as much as I can possibly gather and as much as I think, a lot more than I think I need to at least get to the halfway point of building because it gets very distracting when I'm building. And then at some point in time, I have to stop because I've run out of resources and now I have to do a resource run where I go to gather some more materials and then bring it back and then keep building. I love that flow of not having to, break up my building or the session that I've planned for building because I have to gather materials. So I tend to do that. The second thing as part of my system is that I would advise, as I do it myself, to build in stages, sections of stages, not all at once. Kind of playing back with what I said the first time with the first tip, because when you build it in stages, maybe today you just build the floor with the floor plan, and then tomorrow you build the walls, the next day you build the roof. Take it in stages. I know it can get very, very deceiving when you see maybe your favorite YouTuber building something that seems to be in stages. And I know long plays are a different thing because long plays are actually more impressive because that's actually in one sitting usually. But take it in stages, build it in stages. Don't force yourself to build it all at once because then it feels very overwhelming. You need to build a house, you need to build the decorations, you need to build the roof. You also need to add more decorations. You need to make the landscape look good for the house. It can get very tiring. So build it in stages, take it in stages. Even if all you did today was the floor, that is more than enough. That is genuinely more than enough. And a lot of times that gets glazed over because you want to build more, you want to build something big. Take it in stages, take it in stages. The last tip for my own personal system is to actually, and this might sound counterintuitive, but take a break. Honestly, just take a break and work on something else. Now you can work on something else, meaning you can, go to another part of your world or go to another section of your base, wherever it is, and start building something a lot less simple, or a lot more simple actually, a lot more simple than what you're currently building, or something even just very, very small. So like maybe you add a tiny detail here like a wheelbarrow, or you add something simple as growing a couple trees to make the foliage look, lush and green. Something simple like that. Or literally actually just stand up, take a break in real life and just do something else for some time. Because I will fully admit, I currently have a base in a server that I'm playing with my friends. And as I am making that base, I have come to the point in time a lot where I'm like, this is taking way too long. I don't have the mental capacity for this. But I have started to do something different with it, as with this personal system I've been using, of building it in stages. So one day I just built the outside shell of it. I'm still currently working on the shell, but it's almost complete. The next day I added, some more details, nothing too crazy, just some more details to flesh it out, make it look a lot more presentable. And at this point in time, all that is left is just a bit of the outside shell and then the roof, and then I start working on the inside. But I'm still taking it in stages. I'm not trying to, you know, push through, speed run through it and build the entire thing. So honestly, just sometimes just take a break, because even during those breaks, that's usually, maybe not always, but that's usually when you might get an idea that might actually blow your mind. So that was just some of the tips, my own personal system, and I hope it helped you. Take care.